Imagine if your passion and profession didn't have to be mutually exclusive. For me, fitness isn't just a hobby, it's a way of life. Join me on my journey as I balance the corporate grind with my fitness goals and discover the incredible possibilities that await when you prioritize your well-being. Today, we're diving into the top 10 fitness mistakes I wish I hadn't made. If you're on a fitness journey, stick around because you might just learn something that can save you time and effort. Mistake 1. Not focusing on mind-muscle connection. One of the biggest mistakes I made early on was prioritizing progressive overload over technique. I was so focused on lifting heavier and heavier weights that I completely neglected the importance of proper form. Instead of chasing numbers, focus on building a strong mind-muscle connection. It's like nurturing a romantic relationship. You need to focus, be patient, and continually adapt to deepen the connection. Similarly, when you're trying to connect with your muscles, you need to slow down, focus on the sensation, and make adjustments until you feel that spark. Just like how true love requires effort and understanding, building a strong mind-muscle connection takes time, patience, and self-awareness. Now, I'm not saying progressive overload isn't important. It's like the excitement of taking your relationship to the next level. But just as you wouldn't rush into a commitment without building a strong foundation, similarly, don't compromise form for heavier weights. Master the movement, establish that mind-muscle connection, and only then progress to higher loads. Mistake 2. Not embracing the power of simplicity. The fitness industry is full of fads and quick fixes. It's easy to get caught up in the hype of the latest exercise craze or miracle diet. Stick to the basics and focus on a balanced diet with a rough breakdown of 40% protein, 35% carbs, and 25% fat. You don't need fancy diet plans or complicated workout routines. Just focus on eating whole, unprocessed foods and getting stronger with compound movements. Mistake 3. Not understanding the difference between fat loss and weight loss. Fat loss is about reducing your body fat percentage. Weight loss is simply a reduction in your overall body weight, which can include both fat and muscle. These goals require completely different approaches in terms of food choices, calorie intake, and exercises. Fat loss requires a calorie deficit, while muscle gain requires a calorie surplus. Focus on one goal at a time. Trying to do both at the same time is like trying to drive in two different directions at once. It's just not possible. Mistake 4. Not finding your caloric balance. The surplus deficit mistake. To lose fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit, meaning you consume fewer calories than you burn. To gain muscle, you need to be in a calorie surplus, meaning you consume more calories than you burn. But don't go crazy with it. Maintain a daily calorie surplus or deficit within a 10% margin of your allocated daily calorie intake. When trying to gain muscle, aim for a tiny calorie surplus of 10%. This will be just enough to support muscle growth without leading to excessive fat gain. Conversely, when trying to lose fat, aim for a tiny calorie deficit. This should be just enough to promote fat loss without sacrificing muscle mass. Track your progress using simple metrics like waist measurement for fat loss, arm circumference for muscle gain. If you're not on track, adjust your calorie surplus or deficit by adding or subtracting 250 to 350 calories from your daily intake. Think of it like this: 250 to 350 calories is about 10% of your daily calorie needs. That's the sweet spot for caloric adjustment. Make calorie adjustments every 2 to 4 weeks. Don't change your calories too often. This can be unrealistic and even harmful. Wait for 2 to 4 weeks, then adjust your calories as needed. Mistake 5. Not realizing that micronutrition are the unsung heroes of fitness. We talk a lot about macronutrients, protein, carbs, and fats, but micronutrients are just as important. Vitamins and minerals are essential for a ton of bodily functions, including energy production, muscle recovery, and hormone regulation. Even the healthiest diets can be vulnerable to micronutrient deficiencies. Pesticides, hormones, and processing can rob food of its vital nutrients. Add to that soil depletion, overcooking, and the demands of modern life, and it's easy to see why many of us are missing out on essential vitamins and minerals. That's where supplements come in. It's a targeted safety net to fill any gaps in your normal diet, so don't be hesitant to take supplements. Mistake 6. The isolation trap. Trading compound exercises for social media sensations. If you want to build real strength and muscle, you gotta focus on compound exercises. These are exercises that work multiple muscle groups simultaneously. Meet my 7-member Special Forces Squad, the ultimate fitness warriors. These elite exercises are capable of conquering any fitness mountain, and they're here to take your physique to new heights. The first one is the military press or shoulder shield, our commander-in-chief. The second one is the bench press or chest cannon, a fierce frontline fighter. The third one is the pull-up or lat launcher, an airborne specialist. The fourth one is the squat or quadzilla, our ground troop leader. The fifth one is the deadlift or back Brutus, bringing the heavy artillery. The sixth one is Romanian deadlift or glute grenade, handling special ops. The seventh one is my ultimate favorite. The dragonfly or core crusher is our elite bodyguard. They're the foundation of a powerful physique. Mistake 7. Not prioritizing mobility and flexibility. As you get older, you start to realize the importance of flexibility and mobility. You don't want to be that guy who can't touch his toes or turn his head without throwing out his back. Prioritize flexibility and mobility, especially as you age. Stretch regularly, do some yoga, or try mobility exercises. Your body will thank you for it. Mistake 8. Skipping high-intensity interval training after strength training. Research shows that adding 7 minutes of high-intensity interval training after strength training can permanently eliminate free fatty acids from the body. After a strength training session, your glycogen stores are depleted. That's when 7 minutes of high-intensity interval training come in as a powerful fat loss accelerator. When you do high-intensity interval training after strength training, your body is forced to burn fatty acids for energy. And here's the amazing part. Those fatty acids get completely eliminated from your body. Think of it like a 7-minute fat loss flush. It's like a 1-2 punch. Strength training depletes glycogen, and high-intensity interval training knocks out the fatty acids. The result? A leaner, stronger you. It's like hitting the fast-forward button on your metabolism. Mistake 9. Core blunder. Swapping essential core strength for fancy abs crunches. Everyone wants a six-pack, but a six-pack is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to core strength. Focus on exercises like dragonflies and progressive plank with perfect technique to build a stronger, more athletic core. A strong core is the foundation of fitness, enabling proper compound exercises, preventing injuries, and promoting healthy aging. Mistake 10. Toxic affection. Falling in love with the wrong foods from a young age. Work on breaking the habit of reaching for sugary and carb-heavy foods. Aim to develop a love for nutrition-rich, calorie-light foods. Overcoming a lifelong love affair with sugary, carb-rich foods is tough. I know, I've been struggling for 20 years. But it's a battle worth fighting. Constant awareness and education are key. As a parent, you have the power to spare your child this struggle. Expose them to healthy foods early on and help them develop a positive relationship with nutrition. Give them the gift of a healthy foundation, one that will serve them well for a lifetime. Sleep, the missing piece in the fitness puzzle. I know how tempting it is to sacrifice sleep for the sake of meeting commitments. I've been there and done that. There were plenty of occasions when I had to choose between getting enough sleep and meeting my obligations. I chose meeting my obligations and deadlines. While I don't regret that decision, I wish I'd had the luxury of delegating tasks to free up more time for sleep. Sleep is not just a luxury, it's a necessity, especially when it comes to fitness. Sleep helps your muscles recover from intense workouts, reducing muscle soreness and inflammation. Sleep is essential for muscle protein synthesis, which helps build and repair muscle tissue. Sleep deprivation can impair athletic performance, reducing speed, strength, and endurance. Sleep helps regulate hormones that control hunger and fullness, reducing cravings for unhealthy foods. Sleep improves focus, concentration, and mental clarity, making it easier to stay motivated and focused on your fitness goals. So, aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night and establish a consistent sleep schedule. I know it's not always easy, especially when life gets in the way. But trust me, the payoff is worth it. Your body and mind will thank you. Your fitness journey can start at any age, despite any challenge. Busy corporate life, sleepless nights with a baby, family commitments, none of these have to hold you back. Being fit isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. It's the vehicle that helps you live life to the fullest, tackle problems with confidence, and enjoy every moment. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Start small, celebrate tiny wins, and be proud of every incremental gain.